All of these objects are assemblies, right? So single objects that each reference a collection of objects. And they were brought in from outside from my asset library. Previously, the only way to access these would be to disassemble, which will essentially destroy the assembly but reveal the individual objects, and with that give you access to the object's modifiers or materials, for instance. Now in DeusEx, you can edit the assembly directly from the MACHIN3tools or the sidebar's Asset Browser Tools section. This brings you into a dedicated Edit Assembly scene, which you'll notice by the red border around the 3D view, in the red button up here, and also in the sidebar, and again in the MACHIN3tools too. And here, you can make changes to the individual objects of the assembly. And once you exit this Assembly Edit mode, the changes are reflected externally. What's interesting maybe is that the view persists relative to the assembly, even though the object is rotated on the outside, but the assembly objects within the collection are not. Additionally, the cursor persists too. Notice how it is aligned and located in relation to the world origin within the assembly edit scene. For instance, I now align the cursor to this object here. Then when I finish the assembly edit, both the view and the cursor remain perfectly positioned and oriented relative to the assembly. This can be tremendously useful, and I'll show it later. Finally, let's bring in a linked assembly. I follow up by making the object local, but not its data, so not its instance collection in this case. This allows me to move the object, while everything that makes up the object remains in an external library file. In the MACHIN3tools, you can tell that an assembly is linked because the Edit button is red now. It's the same in the sidebar too, red labels and a red collection field. You can still go into assembly edit mode despite this, but can't make any changes until you make the collection local. It can be useful to just peek inside to see what's going on. And now that I made the assembly contents local too, I can just edit everything as usual.